about 5 years now, and she'll be sharing her knowledge about immigration segment related to Canada. We have with us Rohit Sharma, Mishtha, and Harita as a panelist to assist you with your questions. So let's start with the webinar. And for any concerns or query, you can post your questions in Q&A section, and question and answer session will resume after 20 minutes of the session. So kindly stay tuned to get all of the updates related to immigration with the webinar session of GetGIS. Thank you. Afreen, please start.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. And I thank a ton to all of you because you have devoted your precious time to this evening. And I hope that at the end of the webinar, the hopes that you are having through this webinar, the hopes will be fulfilled. You all will be getting the answers regarding to your immigration queries. And because particularly we will be talking about the Canadian immigration, so I hope that we will be answerable to the Canadian immigration queries that you will be having. So before starting the webinar, I'll just let you know that in which parts we will be discussing about the topics and which part will be taking you to the which concern and the solutions. Okay. So first we will be discussing about the introduction about the Canadian immigration. Secondly, we will be discussing about the size of the immigration, that how many immigrants Canadian government is inviting into the 2023 to 2025. And in the very last, we will be talking about the eligibility criteria, about the programs, and about the procedure. That if a person is eligible, then how should one initiate the program? What should be the right time? What will be the cost included in the, as per the government fees, and the cost included in the process, and what will be the rest of the documentation that needs to be done? What are the things that we need to take care of while we are working on an immigration application? Okay. So I again welcome all of you to this webinar. We at GetGIS, basically GIS, the Global Immigration Services. And why we are the Global Immigration Services provider? Because we are not dealing with only a particular country. We are dealing with a lot of countries, which are basically and mainly consisting of the German immigration, Sweden immigration, Austria, Australia, Canada, UK, New Zealand, and many more. So in the today's webinar, we will be discussing about the Canadian immigration. But if anyone has any kind of other queries related to any other country, I would like to fill the form, which our panelists and our co-host will be giving you in the Q&A session and the chat box, so that we will be able to connect with you personally. At the end of the webinar, we will be having a short session, one-to-one session, and I'll try to connect with each one of you so that we will be able to address your queries a little bit, so that you will be able to clear your doubts, if we will be able to make it in a time that we have for the today's duration. So let's start the webinar. So the first thing, that when we are talking about the Canada, that what are the pathways for the migration to Canada, it is very necessary that first we should know that why immigration matters to the Canadian economy. Okay, that why the Canada is very particular about the immigration policies, why they are always like opening new program, why they are always inviting the people, why they are always inviting the immigrants through the various pathways. So the reason why immigration matters to Canadian economy is, first thing, labor market needs. Through the immigrants, the Canadian labor market is fulfilled. Okay, because when a person is migrating, then there are different kind of the professionals and different kind of the profiles that Canadian government got through the immigration. And through the immigration, the labor market needs also get fulfilled. If the labor market is in a short span of sales professional, then the sales professional get into the Canadian government through the immigration process. It creates the jobs and attracts investment through entrepreneurship. In Canada, because the economy is very great, the return rate is very good, the value of the Canadian dollar is very great, and that is the reason a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of investors invest into the Canadian economy. And through the investment, they not only boost the economy, but they create a lot of jobs. And these immigrants are also like these investment, entrepreneurship, this is also a part of the immigration. Just the pathways are different. And that is the reason today we will be discussing the different pathways. Third is drives innovation. It drives the innovation as well, because when a lot of people come from different culture, different knowledge, different education background, different work experience, then they drive a lot of innovation. They come into a new country with a lot of new ideas, and then they get the basic platform where they can execute their ideas. Okay. So why we should migrate to Canada in 2023? This is basically we should know, and what are the different pathways. We should also be clear with that. Okay. So before moving to that, as I discussed, first we should understand why migration to Canada is important. So as I told you, for the labor market needs, for innovation, for diversity, for creating the jobs through the investment and through the entrepreneurship. Now, what are the kind of immigrants are there? So first category is the economic immigrants. What is economic immigrants? So the immigrants which have the skills, which are educated, which are having some skills, which are having any kind of work experience, they are known as the economic immigrants. So Canada accept immigrants with skills to keep the economic growing, and these immigrants are come under the category of economic immigrants. People who apply as economic immigrants are ranked on a point system. So basically, it gives us an idea that there is a pathway for immigration to Canada, which is based on a point system. So point system attracts immigrants who will be able to contribute to the new communities. The point system is here. Before talking about the point system, let's discuss about the different pathways through which person can migrate not only to Canada, but to anywhere in the world. First reason why we should looking to migrate over is the visitor purpose, that we want to visit in a particular country. We want to visit there just for a tourism purpose, or some relative is living there or some friend is living there and we want to visit there. Second purpose is study. Sometimes we move to a country for the study purpose. Third purpose is work, that for work we are moving there. Fourth purpose is for the family gathering, that our family settled over there and now we need to also settle over there. Okay. And the fifth is that we want to get permanent settled over there to get the citizenship of that country. So today we will be discussing about that how one can get the Canadian permanent residency through different pathways. So the first pathway that we're going to discuss is the point system, that there is a program which works for the Canadian immigration through which a person can apply for the permanent residency. Before giving you the name of the program, we will discuss that on which system the program works. So the program works on a point system, and how the point system works. Applicants get points for each of the following criteria: age, level of education, English and French language skill. Why English and French only? Because in Canada only two languages are used, English and French. Then work experience, your family living in Canada, post-secondary education in Canada, job offer. So those with the highest scores are invited to come to Canada. So there is a point system which works on some sort of skills. Okay. Now let's understand this on the very bigger picture. Okay. So the name of the program is Federal Skilled Worker Program, or the Express Entry. This is the pathway number 1. So the pathway number 1 is the Express Entry program or the Federal Skilled Worker Program. And as I told you that there is a point system which works for this. So there are 6 selection factors on which the person needs to be get evaluated, that whether we are eligible or we are not eligible. Okay. So basically this is a government website. You all can see that we are not using any third party links. We are using the government website of Canada. This is the government of Canada. Okay. These are the 6 selection factors. Federal Skilled Worker Program Canada. So basically, we will assess your selection factors and assign an overscore out of 100. So basically, the Canadian government ranks the profiles to get the eligibility criteria completed out of 100. And what are the points that you require? If you score 67 points or higher than that you may qualify for the Federal Skilled Worker Program. Okay. If you meet more than that, means if you are meeting more than 67, you are coming at a score of 70, 78, 80, then it's very good. Okay. If you meet other requirements, then we can use a different system to rank your profile as well. And that different system, we will discuss about this point system. Okay. If you score lower than 67 points, you won't qualify for this pathway or program. And then you need to revise the thing so that you will get the particular scores. Okay. What are the criteria on which you will get the points? Language skills, education, work experience, age, arranged employment in Canada. Means if you have any kind of job offer letter in Canada, then that will also give you some kind of points. Adaptability points. Adaptability means if you are married, your spouse points will also be taken into the consideration. If you have any blood relative in Canada, that will also be taken into the consideration. If you have any past study from Canada, that will also taken into the consideration. Now we need to understand that what is the bifurcation of these points. Okay. So basically, how these 67 points are bifurcated. Okay. So these 67 points are bifurcated. First, let's talk about age. So for age, the maximum points are 12. Okay. You can see this table. Under 18, there are the 0 points. 18 to 35, there are the 12 points. Once you increase your age from 35 to 36, you will get 11. Once you get to the 37, you will get 10, which also gives one extra fact that the age is increasing, but the points are decreasing, which means that age is a very important factor for the Canadian PR process. So we should start the process as early as we can, because we will get the maximum points with a lower age. Okay. If we can see that after 40s, we are getting the nominal points on the age, which means that our overall score will get affected and it will become difficult for us to get an invitation letter to apply. We need to score something extra. We need to boost our profile in extra manner. So I hope age is clear. Let's talk about the work experience, that how the work experience points are calculated. So basically, first thing, you need to have at least 1 year of work experience in a particular field. It should not be 6 months. It should not be 8 months. It should be complete 1 year. It should be full time. It should be paid work experience. So for work experience, you will get 9 points. For 2 to 3 years of experience, you will get 11 points. For 4 to 5, you will get 13. For 6 or more, you will get 15 points. Okay. Then for education, there is maximum 25 points. So for the 25 points are for the PhD holder, 23 is for the master's, 22 is for 2 or more degrees, 21 is for the bachelor's, 19 for the 2-year diploma. Okay. Then the last point that is majorly calculated is the language points. So for the first official language, we take only maximum 24 points. If you score CLB 9 in your IELTS exam, in your CELPIP exam, in your TEF exam, in your TCF exam, these are the 4 examinations which are taken through the Canadian immigration for the PR process. For English, IELTS, CELPIP, right nowadays, Pearson test of English, PT is also accepted, but the scores are not given that how much score you need. Okay. For French, TEF and TCF are 2 examinations. So if you score CLB 9, you will score whole 24 points. CLB 9 means there are 4 modules in each of the examination: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. In listening, you need to gonna get a 1/8. In speaking, reading, and writing, you need to got 7 points, means the 7 bands. Okay. So this is about the language. Now let's come to adaptability points, that how you will be able to calculate arrange employment in Canada. As I told you, you need to get a job offer letter from a Canadian employer. Then adaptability, if you are married and your spouse will also get CLB 4 or more than that, you will get 5 points for that. If you have past studies in Canada, you will get 5 points. If you have past work in Canada, you will get 10 points. For spouse past studies, you will get also points. And for arranged employment in Canada, 5. For relatives in Canada, the relative must be a parent, grandparent, child, grandchild, or blood by blood or marriage, your spouse, sibling, your spouse, niece, or nephew. Okay. So this is the basic criteria. If including all these factors, you are coming to a cutoff of 67 or more than that, then it means that yes, you are good to go. Now you should proceed further. Okay. Now, when we go that, okay, this is fine, we should go and we should just work as per the criteria, then what should be the next step? Okay. You will be able to. So first, without calculating the points, how you will know that one should be eligible for the FSW program Canada or not? So basically, the person should hold a graduate degree. You should at least have minimum 1 year of work experience in a single occupation. You should have a proficient English skills, and your age should be less than 45 years. Okay. And then you will be able to get these bifurcation of the points. Okay. Now, these are the points which are required to get the eligibility criteria. Okay. If you are not getting 67 points, means you can't proceed further. But if you are getting 67 points, that what next? There are two programs in Canadian government. One is the Express Entry, other one is the PNP. What is the difference between these programs? The program Federal Skilled Worker is divided into two parts. One is the Express Entry, other one is the PNP. There are 10 provinces in Canada. I will make easier for you. I'll make this easier for you. Okay. States in Canada are basically known as the provinces. There are 10 provinces in Canada. Okay. Ontario, Alberta, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island, Yukon, British Columbia. So these are the 10 provinces in Canada, and all of the 10 provinces are running their own nomination program, which is known as the provincial nomination program, which also leads you to a Canadian PR. So this is the second pathway. If a person is not able to get an invitation letter for the PR through the Express Entry program, that means the person is eligible to get the invitation letter through the PNP program. All right. So how this PR system works? So the PR system works on a cutoff system, and the cutoff system is known as the comprehensive ranking score. Okay. So basically, the next step is that how you should calculate your CRS score, and what is this CRS score, how it affects your profile, what it is. Okay. So basically, this comprehensive ranking score is a tool which is used when we need to calculate your scoring, that how much score you will get, and according to that score you will be ranked into the Express Entry pool or into the PNP pool. Okay. So the CRS tool is a tool which is comprises of 1200 points. 600 points again will be calculated on your factors like your age, education, language proficiency, your work experience, your marital status. If you are married, then your spouse points will be taken into the consideration. Okay. But in case if you are not married, then the single points will be taken into the consideration. And then rest of the 600 points you will get once you start the process, once you submit your file into the Express Entry pool or into the PNP pool. Then once a nomination you will get through any of the province. Suppose you will get an invitation through the British Columbia, then automatically 600 points will be added to your bucket. Okay. So let's see how can one use this CRS ranking tool, and how can one use this tool to assess whether you are eligible for the program or not. So first thing, use this tool if you are eligible for at least one Express Entry program. Okay. So what is your marital status? It will ask you that whether you are annulled marriage, you are in a common law partnership, you are divorced, you are legally separated, you are married, you are never married, or you are widowed. Okay. So I am single. Okay. Then it will ask you about your age, 25 years of age. Then it will ask you that what is your level of education. Okay. Here you will be getting a point that earned a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate, or had an educational credential assessment if you did your study outside Canada. ECAs must be from an approved agency in the last 5 years. So what is ECA? What is the verification process required? What do you mean by ECA? What is the importance of ECA? That all we will discuss later. Okay. But right now, it is master's degree. Here you will get all the options: secondary diploma, 1-year program, 2-year program, bachelor degree, 2 or more certificates, master's degree. You will get all of these. Okay. Have you earned the Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate? No. Official languages. Let's suppose my scores will be the best scores on which I'll get the highest points, which is 8,777. 8 in listening and 7 in reading, writing, and speaking. Another language test, I don't have. Work experience in Canada, I don't have. Work experience in foreign, which means apart from Canada, everywhere, India or any other country, I don't have any kind of certification. I don't have any kind of job offer letter. I don't have any kind of nomination certificate, and I don't have any kind of blood relative as well. Okay. So let me calculate my score. See, my score is coming out to be 469, which is a very great score. But every factor matters here for the age. Suppose like I'll change my age, I'll increase my age even like to 29. Okay. Then even if I calculate my score again now, then it will be reduced. You will see let us again calculate it. Never married. How old are you? 30. Suppose we are at 30. I am having a bachelor's degree. And this time I'm not taking a score of 8777. I'm taking 7 in each, so that you will be able to have the difference between what is the score impacts through each and every sector, how the education is impacting, okay, how the points in IELTS are impacting, how our age is impacting our CRS score. Because at the end, the provinces and the express entry draw that happens, the lottery draws that happens, they are happening as per the CRS score, which is decided by the state government or the central government. Okay. So you will get to see that if I have less decreased, I just come to 373. My age increased, I have only bachelor's degree, my IELTS score also got less, so my CRS score got less. Okay. So now the question arises, what is the importance of CRS score in the whole Canadian immigration process? So the different PNP programs have different CRS scores on which they happens the draw. For Alberta, the draws remains more than 305, means the draw happens on a CRS score of 305 to 350. In British Columbia, the draw happens on a different calculation. Okay. For Nova Scotia, for Ontario, the draw remains between 445 to 500. Okay. For express entry, the last cutoff was 489. Now we got to know our CRS score. We got to know the things. What is next? Next is your tier code. What is the tier code? In Canada, every occupation has a code. According to that code, you have designated some job duties as per the Canadian occupation list. And we need to match the experience that we are having in our home country with that tier code. So basically, you will see that there are 5 tier categories. Tier 0, which leads to the management occupations, like for example, advertising, marketing, and public relation managers, financial managers. This is the managerial category. Tier 1, occupations that usually require a university degree, financial advisors, software engineers. Then tier 2, occupations that usually require a college diploma, supervisory occupations. Then tier 3, tier 4, and tier 5. Okay. So basically we can choose like these. This is the code and these are the titles. So let's take an example. This is our website from where we can choose the tier code as per your work experience. Each and every factor in Canadian PR process is equally important. We can't just say that one factor will only affect, all of the factors will affect the process in a well manner. Like I'll take an example for corporate sales manager. So you will see we have got a code. What we need to see in the code? We need to match the job duties. We need to match these job duties with our current existing job duties. And these job duties should match our roles and responsibilities more than 60 to 70%. We need to match the employment requirements as well. Okay. If everything is matching, we are good to go. Otherwise, we have some other codes as well. We can see them as well. And then we need to finalize the code. Now you all will be thinking that, okay, this is okay, but how we will get to know that what is the demand of that code in Canada? How we will be gonna decide that? Okay. So we will be gonna decide that using the Canadian Job Bank. There is a job bank in Canada, which helps us to decide the job stats. Trend analysis, explore the market. Okay. We will be able to explore the Canadian market using the job stats. Okay. So by occupation, let's take the job. Location, I'm not. So you will see that you will be getting the codes as well. Okay. Let's take sales planning manager search. So you will be able to know this is the summary. You will get the description as well. You will get the wages as well. That basically what kind of wages you will be getting. So you will be able to know that British Columbia, the lowest wage is 23, medium is $40 per hour, highest is $63 per hour. You can see for other provinces as well. Like you will see that in the Saskatchewan, 67 is the highest, 50 is the medium, and 31 is the lowest. Some provinces has not updated there, but the others wasn't updated there. So using this, we can see the age as well, wages as well, that how much one gonna be earned there. Then we see the prospects as well. Okay. That in Alberta, job prospects are limited. Manitoba, it's moderate. British Columbia, it's moderate. Okay. So we will be able to know the demand, that where our demand will be more. And then we will be able to got to know about the jobs as well, the number of jobs. So through this, like we can say in the whole Canada, 499 jobs are there. It means the occupation is in demand. And it is the mostly demanded in Ontario, 241 jobs are there. Then after that, it is demanded in British Columbia, Alberta, then Quebec as well, and the Saskatchewan as well. The least demand will be remain in the Manitoba and in the Newfoundland and Labrador. Okay, so using the tier codes, we will also be able to know that what is the basic demand of our occupation in Canada, whether it is in demand or not, what will be the wages. And this remains changing every day, because every day the labor market needs change. So we can't rely that today if Manitoba is on 4, it will remain every time on 4. No, it will be changing every time. It will be changing every day as per the labor market needs. Okay. So I hope that this is clear to everyone, whatever we have discussed till now. Let's come to the procedure, that now one needs to start the process. So what should be done firstly? First, you need to check whether you are getting the 67 points or not. Once you get the eligibility criteria, then you need to check your CRS ranking score. If you are married, I will suggest you that you should both take the points into the consideration, primary applicant, secondary applicant, and you should calculate CRS score in 2 times for 2 applicants. Okay. Then you need to get the ECA done. Now let's come to the ECA. What is ECA? ECA is your educational credential assessment, which means you need to get your degree, diploma, or any kind of education that you have got being the highest education through the Canadian bodies as per the Canadian standard. So for that, there is a complete procedure. You need to get your education verified through the Canadian bodies using the bodies procedure, like WS is the body, IQS is there, ICAS is there, CES is there, for doctors, Medical Council of Canada is there. Then you need to prepare for your language test as well. You need to choose a perfect tier code. And once you go through these things, once you have all 3 things in your hand, you are ready to lodge a expression of interest in the express entry profile. One more important thing in Canadian immigration is proof of funds. So in the meantime, when you are planning to migrate to Canada, the Canadian government have a requirement of proof of funds as well. You need to maintain that amount in the savings as a savings amount for you. Canadian government will not be taking that amount from you, but you need to maintain it for yourself and your family who will be migrating with you, so that in the initial timings when you will migrate to Canada, you will be able to manage your expenses yourself until unless you are not getting Canadian PR card. Okay. So how much money you will need? So for one applicant, 13,310 Canadian dollars. For 2 members, 16,570. For 3 members, this much. And after 7 members, if each additional family member is increasing, 3,586. And what the Canadian government will accept as a proof, they will be accepting all the statements of the banks. Okay. And the savings account, the fixed deposit, the RDs, like the cash, documents that show property or capital payable to you. Okay. Bonds, debentures, treasury bills, document that guarantee payment of a set amount of money, banker's draft, checks, money order, traveler checks, okay? And property, gold, stocks and mutual funds, if you are not liquidating them, then they will not be allowed, okay? So once you got through all of these necessary things done, you submit your profile to the express entry or the PNPs in the program wherever you are eligible. Then you need to wait for the invitation letter to apply. Once you receive the invitation letter to apply, then we have the 60 days timings to complete the post ITA documentation. Now, what is the post ITA documentation? There are some other documents which are required, your police clearance, your medicals, your passports, your birth certificate, your work experience related documents, your salary slips, your joining letters, your reference letters, your experience letters. Okay. And once you submit these things, then you will be able to get the verification done through the Canadian immigration or the Canadian embassy within 2 to 3 months. And then finally, you will lead to a COPR, which will be a confirmation of permanent residence. Okay. Now we need to discuss on the biggest question, that why one should immigrate to Canada. Okay. Yes. So why we should immigrate to Canada? Using the pathway, Federal Skilled Worker Program or Express Entry or PNP. Canada is have a great standard of living. Social security benefits are there. Means once a person get the PR, everything is free for you. You will be getting the free health benefits. You will be getting the free education benefits for your family. You have the right to work and live anywhere in Canada. You will be getting visa-free travel to more than 185 countries. Okay, the process is very simple and it is very transparent to other English-speaking nations. Okay, you will get a huge demand and better salary for the talent you are having, and you will get a lot of diversity to work with, to live with. Okay, so I will start now interacting with everyone. Yes, the free education and free health is there for the permanent resident holders. And not only this, they are giving you more than other things. Like if you are not able to get a job continuously till 3 months, then they will be giving you the unemployment benefits as well. If you are not believing to me, let me share my screen with you again and let me show you again as well. Just allow me 1 second. EI regular benefits, what you receive. So basically, for most people, you can get benefits for up to a maximum of 45 weeks. Okay. And how the persons calculate your weekly benefit, but this is only for the permanent residency holders. Okay. So basically, if your net family income is even less, and if you are unemployed, then you will be getting the EI benefits. Okay. And what is the exact amount that you will get? Let me share with you. It will be definitely in this article. Yeah. Amount of 650 Canadian dollar per week you can get as a maximum amount. So which means that you will be able to get a minimum or maximum amount as per your employment conditions, as per your net income. So this is available for the PR holders only. So this is the biggest benefit. That is the reason the Canadian government is inviting a lot of persons and they are helping a lot of persons as well. Okay. Now I'll request to all of the participants which are attending the webinar that please raise your hand one by one so that I'll be able to connect with you and to address your queries. But before that, we would like to give you an overview that what are we, what are our services, what we will be giving to you. Okay. So basically these are our details and why you should go with us only. So basically what we will be giving to you. we are giving the financial assistance. Like if a person really want to start the process and the person is not able to start the process at one go, we have some loan partners with us. They will be able to convert your whole amount into no cost EMIs, and you will be able to start the process as per your financial convenience as well. Second thing, you will be getting IELTS coaching, self-pip coaching, even French coaching in-house only. We have a lot of experts in our team, which are the expert trainers in their subjects, whether it's English or whether it's French, and they will be guiding you, they will be training you, they will be making you an expert for your examination. So you will get the desired scores and the best scores which are required for initiating the process. Okay. Third thing, in our immigration services, you will get 2 person for your profile. One will be your case manager and other one will be your relationship manager, and they both will be in a direct communication with you, and definitely you will be having a very smooth journey. There will be the weekly updates for you, there will be the weekly sessions for you, there will be a proper tailored document checklist for you. You will be getting all of the assistance regarding the formats you require for the different kind of documentation. And then at the end, you will be having a transparency. We don't believe in making and creating the fake login credentials and not sharing the details with you. Each and everything that will be done on your profile, it will be shared with you. We are located in Delhi, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and in all over India. So if any one of you wants to check the genuinity of the company, they can visit our offices and you can meet our in-house team in the offices over there. Okay. Now, let's start the session one by one. So I'll request to the participants, please raise your hand so that I'll be able to address your concerns and queries one by one. It's only Shubham and Amit, then Megha has also raised the hand. I would request you to please don't take it as a long discussion because we don't have that much time. So we will try to just sort it in a one go in one by one. And I request to please fill the forms. Please fill the form so that you will be able to receive a call from our team to take the feedback as well as to address your concerns as well. Okay, Megha, I'm starting with you. Yeah, hi Megha, how are you? What's your concern?
Hello.
Yeah, hi Megha, how are you?
Fine. My first question is that my PhD completed in mathematics. My age is 33.
Okay.
My brother is already citizen.
Okay.
My experience 10 years and more in same field, means professor in engineering college.
Okay.
And how many score required for same profile job in Canada?
Okay. So first thing, Megha, that you have two benefits over there. First thing, you have the highest education. Okay. Second thing, you have your real brother being a citizen, right? So you will
Yes.
be able to get the family benefits, means the relation benefits as well. So, but even after that, because just the age is 33 and the CRS score will be impacted a little bit with this. So I'll suggest you at least to try get 7 bands in the IELTS examination in each of the module in the listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And definitely you will be able to get an invitation letter to apply through the provinces like Ontario, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. Nova Scotia is also good for the profile that you are in for the teaching and for the professor profile.
Okay. Suppose my score is listening is 8.
Okay.
Writing is 6.5. Speaking and reading is 7. Then
also the choice will remain same because I have told you the provinces as per an idea based on the CRS score that you will be getting in a range. Okay. So the overall score anyhow will be remain just the 4 to 5 points difference, and you will be getting the because on based of these scores, if you are not getting the exact cutoff, like if the person is not getting exactly 489 or more than 480, then getting an invitation letter to apply through the central government program is a little bit difficult. Okay. But yes, the PNPs are always there. They are the good option. And definitely all the PNPs are linked with the express entry profile. So you should have active express entry profile. So Megha, my one suggestion for you, if you haven't started the process, please start it because you are definitely going to be in the age of the 35s very soon. And definitely the whole process takes minimum 6 to 9 months to complete the process. So please enroll yourself as soon as possible so that you will be able to get the process started at a very genuine time and a very correct time.
Okay. And how many chances to open the file?
Charges to open the file and everything, Megha, our team will connect with you. Please fill the form that the team is sharing in the links, okay? And then they will give you a personalized counseling first. They will address your all concerns and they will let you know about all of the charges. Okay?
Okay. Thank you,
All right.
ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah, hi Amit, how are you? Amit, are you able to listen to me? Hello. Yeah, hi Shubham. Are you able to hear to me?
Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
Audible, ma'am? Hello.
Just 1 second. Amit, I'll connect with you. Let me have a discussion with Shubham.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes, Amit.
ma'am, I'm graduated in engineering of branch mechanical in 2014,
Okay.
and I started my career as a computer teacher in a private school
Okay.
for 4 years. For 4 years. Now, from last 4.5 years, I am working as a software developer in MNC. Okay,
In MS.
I have total 4.5 years experience in IT sector.
Okay.
Then, but my graduation is in mechanical engineering. But I don't have a experience in. Oh, I don't have a degree in IT sector, but experience have. I have total 4.5 years experience. So,
From
what is my possibility that I can eligible for PNP program?
Ontario and Saskatchewan are the best PNPs for you. Okay. Ontario PNP program and the Saskatchewan PNP program. Teaching experience, we will not be taking into the consideration. Okay. The only experience that will be taken into the consideration, it will be the 4.5 years of work experience in IT. And why? Because IT is a field and IT is a domain where every occupation remains in demand throughout the year. So you will be able to get the PR easily.
So, ma'am,
the IT.
teaching is it? Am I right that teaching experience doesn't affect my PNP
Teaching
eligibility
experience
program?
doesn't affect your PNP, and why we can't take the teaching experience? Because you don't
No,
have
I
a
don't.
teaching.
Ma'am, I also don't want
Yeah,
to.
no, that I am telling you the reason why we can't take that, because you don't have any kind of educational qualification related to the teaching. Although you have a mechanical engineering, the IT experience will be considered. That's not an issue.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Yes, Amit, we can continue with your query.
Thank you so much. Can I ask your name, please?
My name is Afreen Amit.
Afreen, good evening.
Good evening, Amit. How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Yeah.
My question is straight away according to the job. My experience in administration department from last 10 years. I'm having more than 10 years of experience. I started my career with Radisson as well, but switch on later on into corporate world. So I'm working from last 10 plus years in administration department. I'm looking the job in the same field and the good profile in Canada. Can you please just brief me about the profiles and the remuneration which I will get at the same profile in the Canada, and which province is the better for me?
Amit, may I know your age? Because you are holding 10
35.
years of work experience.
35.
35. So, Amit, basically, right now, the provinces that will be best suitable to you, it will be Ontario, it will be Alberta, it will be Saskatchewan, okay, and it will be Manitoba. Okay. And may I know that do you related your like administrative work is only into the administration only, or are you related with any kind of recruitment activities as well?
Yes, some kind of recruitment activities also I'm handling from last 4+ years.
From last 4+ years. Okay.
Yes.
Basically, it will be an administrative manager.
Administrative manager plus HR recruiter.
Plus HR. Okay. See, the salary that you will be getting, it will be minimum 45 Canadian dollar per hour. Minimum, I'm telling you, this is the wage per hour. Maximum, it goes up to 75 Canadian dollar per hour. Okay. And the exact salary we will be only able to know once we decide your tier code, that what should be the exact code will be suited to your profile. And for getting the exact code, we need to connect with you on a one-to-one session where we will be able to see your whole of the profile. We'll be able to calculate your CRS score. We'll be able to check your 67 points criteria. We'll be able to give you some 3 to 4 tier codes, which are related to the human resources, which are related to the talent management, talent acquisition, to the administration as well. And then once the first code will be decided, the single one on which we need to take the profile ahead, then we will be able to give you the exact salary range, that this will be the exact thing you will be getting. Okay. But for sure, the provinces are, these are the 4 provinces which are best for your profile: Ontario, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Alberta.
It means that you are saying that these kind of profiles is more suitable to these XYZ provinces which are
Yeah, these kind of profiles are suitable to 4 provinces. Okay. Why not British Columbia? British Columbia is a province inclines towards more the IT profiles and to the tech profiles.
So these 4 or 5 provinces are asking the people like my profile. Isn't it?
Yeah. Means the demand of your profile is higher in these provinces.
Okay.
All right, Amit. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, hi Ria. How may I help you? Ria, are you there? Yeah, hi Robin. Hi Tarun. Ambika, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, hi Ambika.
Good
How are you?
evening, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm fine, ma'am.
Yes,
I'm Ambika, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm having one question. My qualification is MBA Finance, ma'am.
Okay.
My age is 36 years.
Okay.
Presently, I'm working as a primary teacher, ma'am. I'm having 6 years experience. I will
Okay.
get the job in Canada, ma'am.
But I just want to know, are you holding even at least 1 year, one qualifications related to teaching?
Hello, ma'am.
Have you any one of the educational qualifications related to the teaching background? Like any kind of diploma in teaching, any kind of B.Ed or any kind of the D.Ed or any kind of degree in teaching or diploma in teaching? Are you holding that?
No, ma'am, I don't have that, ma'am.
Okay. Then Ambika, you can't work exactly as a teacher. You can work as a trainer. You can work as a tutor. Okay. But you can't work exactly as a teacher over there. Because for the teacher code that is given by the Canadian government and that needs to be chosen by the Canadian government, we need to have at least one education related to the teaching. It doesn't matter whether it's a B.Ed or any diploma in teaching, but it should be related to the teaching profile. Okay. But yes, you can continue your profile. You can get the job being a tutor, being a trainer, being a private teacher. Okay. Or being a vocational trainer as well. Okay. Thank you, Ambika. All right. So I hope that this session was very informative and you all have got your answers related to the queries that you were having in your mind related to the immigration. Okay. Rest, I would like to request you, because it's not possible for me and for my team to address each one of your queries, to just address your concerns and your queries in only one session. Okay. So I would like to request you to please fill the form that has been shared through the team, so that the team will be able to reach out to you, and then you will be able to have a direct counseling session with me, and then we will guide you as per your profile. what are the scores you are having, what will be the best province for you, what are the chances that you will be able to have regarding the Canadian immigration. Okay. Thanks to all of you that you devoted your precious time here and you all attended our webinar, and I hope that you are satisfied and your time actually got invested in something which you were really want to know about the Canadian immigration process. Only one message I would like to give you all. Some persons thinks that I will not start the immigration process now. I'll start it later. I'll not start it right now. I'll start it after 3 months. I'll not start it now. Maybe I'll plan it after my marriage, or maybe I'll plan it in the next year. So it's better to try and to get failed instead of never trying, because immigration is a name of probability. Sometimes the probability on the 90%, sometimes the probability on a lower end of 10%, but we never know that when we can be on the 90%. Okay, so it's better that we should always at least we should submit the profile so that we will be having the hope and the chances. This is all from my side. Thanks a lot. Shrishti, I hand it over to you to give a thank note to all of the attendees so that we will be able to shut the webinar.
Okay. Thank you so much, Afreen, for your valuable time. And I thank each and all for joining us in the webinar session and for being here with us. Also, the feedback form and the counseling session form has been circulated multiple times in the chat box. Please refer to that to get enrolled for the personal counseling session with us, wherein our professional experts will be able to address all of your concerns on an customized basis. So please refer to that link to fill in the form so that our team can reach out to you. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day ahead.